Jolan true, Centurions, and welcome back to another episode of Starfleet Command, Orion Pirates Plus Mod. I am Rear Admiral Tyrk of the Dreadnought Arias Galea X Aurea as we continue our campaign against the United Federation of Planets. And the primary goal for today's mission is to continue to secure the planet at 13-9. And one of the most critical components of that is maintaining a good flow of supplies. And to do that, we must capture 13-10. Unfortunately, 15-9 is being held by a very powerful starbase with battleships, so we're going to have to avoid that and widen up our lines of supplies by grabbing 13-10. Right now, supplies can only move through 14-10, which, if the Federation manages to capture, we will be caught out on our own and alone. So, without further ado, let us put out into space to try and secure our defenses. And I think we'll do the asteroid-based assault. Asteroid-based assaults are a little bit annoying, but they're effective at getting things done. And they generally can throw a little bit of a curveball at people. Unfortunately, there's only a frigate that we're dealing with. And we are currently being escorted by the RAS Shikra and the RAS Redemptio. They're back and better than ever. Although I think the Shikra has changed class. Not 100% sure on that, but the Redemptio is definitely the same thing that we were before. Currently fighting a DWV, so you will be armed with a couple of fighters, not particularly dangerous fighters, but there will be a few of them. So we'll have to keep that in mind. Let's get them forward shields fully reinforced, like so, and make sure that we are flying in, the lefterly direction. That way we don't get lost if, the battle turns into a sprawling gunfight, which, frankly, it's not going to. We're only fighting against a single frigate. Destroyer, technically. And, he's dumped his fighters already, so they've been deployed. And there is the asteroid base, which will attempt to get involved in this battle as soon as it can, but we need to get within a range of 100. The Redemptio, I think, went under cloak. Yep, is under cloak, making sure that it can duel and skirmish with this guy without taking too much damage. And prepare the plasma torpedo bombardment. And I don't want to shoot it if he's flying away from me, because he won't take that as an actual dangerous risk to himself. He did take the plasma torpedo to the stern. It's not going to be much damage, just a little bit. But it is something. And now as he comes back around, fire all the pseudo-torpedoes. What are you going to do with all this torpedo fire coming at you? Unfortunately, the Shikra has just fired his torpedoes, and his torpedoes are no doubt real. That's what we were expecting. Slow way down. The Richmond is not armed in any way that I would consider dangerous, so we're just going to sidle right on up to him and fire everything we have into him. He might die in one go. I'm eager to see if that's the case. Unfortunately, most of our phasers are now discharged, although all of his fighters are now dead. Boom. Nice big hit. I was just going to sit here and, let the mine do nothing. Unfortunately, the Shikra flew through it and set it off on top of us. The Richmond is currently very, very badly damaged. Oh, he is not having a good day at all. Because, as you can see, he only has 3 phaser X's, a single phaser 3, and a single missile launcher. Not exactly the healthiest of vessels right now. Our phasers are about to go back online, so fire through the hole, and that annihilates the vessel. Targeting an asteroid base now. Let's increase the speed and zip on in here. Forward shields should be set to something or other. Yeah, they're set at maximum. 27 points. We don't need that much power into it. Get in there a little bit quicker. Maximum speed of time. As we soar on in. Now, I have been paying attention to the comments. I know I don't comment much on the comments. Not that there's a whole ton of them, but every so often I don't comment very much on them simply because I don't know what to say. You guys are way better at this game than me. But I have been told by GTA, who has been very helpful in learning the Romulan campaign so far, that enveloping plasma torpedoes should be used from a range between 15 and 10, and should only be used against shielded targets because it doubles the damage of the plasma torpedo, but it hits all 6 shields. Now, I thought that it would hit all 6 sides, and so if you do it against a target that is undefended, you'll basically double the damage. But his latest message to me has made me question that. Oh crap, we are way too close. Hi, shields, hold please. All stop. We are way too close. This is actually going to really badly suck. And he just deployed a while. I forgot. Oh no, they didn't. He's just got a natural defense shift of 2. Fire all phasers. We're going to need it. We're way too close, and there is no backup button. We currently have 30 points of defensive shield, but each one of those phaser 4s can deal, I think, 20 damage at this range. So we're in trouble. That's what you can get from this. In fact, disappear time. hi, or rather by, increase the speed of time. We do have a little bit of shielding still left over as our plasma torpedoes charge, and we're just going to sit here. So anyway, as I was saying, I thought that if you have taken the shields off a target and use an enveloping plasma torpedo, does it deal double damage to the target rather than if you had, you know, your plasma torpedoes fired in normal mode? Because I'm not 100% certain I understand how they work. It is a cool concept, and it was massively effective at destroying planets, unless we just got incredibly lucky. But I want to learn more. So more plasma torpedoes are soaring on and going to deal as much damage as they can. 140 damage being dealt there, which is very impressive. Although I think we were doing 240 to that planet that one time we tried that. And we have managed to annihilate one of his phaser foremounts. He is blasting away at the Redemptio, who has decided that despite being a frigate, he's going to sit on top of the thing that has phaser fours. Whereas we, being a light dreadnought, are just going to sit here and wait under cloak while our weapons recharge. And it's going to take a little time before we can engage once again. Our plasma torpedoes being excellent for causing massive amounts of instantaneous damage, not so much at causing consistent damage. Coming out of cloak, torpedoes selected, all the torpedoes away, and back under cloak. And speed of time back up. Oh, never mind, we don't need to bother, because we've blown it up. So, pretty impressive. Good job, everybody, and the Redemptio survived! Yay! We didn't lose our little tiny frigate buddy. So hopefully that will have neutralized the tile. It did, so good. Let's pop up here, just do a little bit of combat work, and then we'll pop back down. Make sure we secure that tile, because, again, the flow of supply is critical. Is it actually in this game? Not really. Sadly, that feature is not exactly super heavily important. Oh. Oh, we've been ambushed. How cute. You are a battle frigate, or a light carrier, so you'll have 4 to 6 fighters. You are a new drone cruiser. Okay. You know what? The frigate's closer. Let's increase speed, get right on top of him. We're going to cause some pain and damage. And in fact, we're going to get fully up to speed to cause some pain and damage. And he is going to deploy his fighters, which means we probably don't want to deploy our pseudo-frigates right away. Because if we do, the fighters might go for them, and those pseudo-frigates are really, really expensive. But if we set them in defensive mode, they might hang around close enough to us to defend us. And that very much works for me. He's deployed his fighters, and let's find out exactly how many we're dealing with. It looks like 3 fighters. Okay, I'm not concerned anymore. Targeting the battle frigate. Weapons select fire pseudoplasma torpedoes as of now. That will trigger the response we desire. And I really hope that I'm just seeing, 3 fighters and not 6 that are right on top of each other. He has stopped on a dime, as you would expect. And nope, that's not the button we want. All phasers, engage. We've knocked him down quite a bit. Okay, so he's completely destroyed. And targeting on to you. Hard energy turn, because we are technically a light dreadnought. Oh, the Montgomery. You're about to have a very, very bad day. Hard turn. Right on here. He's increasing his speed. Wait until he gets to a speed of... No, he's fired his weapons. It doesn't matter. Ooh. Wait. Did I not fire? Did I actually fire real torpedoes? Or were they just not charged and unloaded? They must have unloaded. Yeah, because we fired the phasers. Duh. So our plasma torpedoes got a little bit unloaded. But you know what? This may kill him. It didn't. But it could have. Fire this. That did a decent amount of damage. Fire this. I would like to save some plasma torpedoes because we're about to have a very... Yeah. This is why I wanted to save some. Let's increase speed. We have the NCDR, a new drone cruiser, I'm assuming, with an R-type upgrade, which I don't know what that is, but it doesn't really matter. He's not going to survive. That's the key thing to remember. This ambush was a very foolish thing to attempt. He is equipped with 6 missile launchers and 6 phaser ones. So yeah, you're actually not even a super advanced new drone cruiser. Because I know there's a refit version of this that has 7 missiles. And this is technically on a light cruiser hull. There's a heavy cruiser version of this which has like 8. And that's a scatter pack. Nope, nope. Phasers. Whoo, we got it. That was important. Oh crap, he's gonna wow his... Oh, he didn't. And we took that damage because we didn't turn on our drone defenses. Ah, foolish us. I'm not super concerned. Patch the engines, patch this. We forgot to press the C button to activate all of the defensive systems. But yeah, as you can see, he's not a very well... This is actually my favorite class, was my favorite class of Federation vessel to command. Back when I played Starfleet Command 1, the demo version that I had, because we had this demo version of the disc, which only had the Klingon and Federation empires and only allowed you to fight over Klingon Federation space. But it was amazing, and me and my friends and my brothers would play it all the time. And the Neutron Cruiser was my favorite ship to fly as the Federation. One, because at the time I was young and stupid, so I didn't quite understand all the systems that the game worked, so understanding how photon torpedoes worked, didn't understand it. The only thing that I quite knew, because I was so little, was the closer you are, the more damage you do, but when you got super close, your photon torpedoes hurt yourself, and you couldn't go super fast because you wanted to overload everything you always had. So the Neutron Cruiser was my very favorite ship to fly, because it would go at a speed of like 25 while firing all of its missiles and super heavy weapons. So I think the name of the ship that most often came up for me, or the one that I can remember, is the Grozny. Although I think Green is also one that came up a couple of times. Although that could just be because there's a strictly limited number of ship names. 550 prestige for managing to fight our way out of that one. And let's pop back down here because we would like to secure this territory if at all possible. Nope, there's no mission available, but there is one now up here. So we'll go on the patrol because we're really not that badly damaged. It was light missiles. Yeah, they got through our forward shields. Yeah, it hurt a little bit, but nothing too serious. All hands to battle stations, increase speed. We're currently squaring off against a heavy cruiser, despite the little design over here, and a freighter. So, yep, a heavy cruiser and a freighter. You are a triple nacelle design, and according to the Fleet Manager screen, you are an NCC, a new command cruiser. So a proper new command cruiser vessel. One of the more impressive vessels in the Federation fleet. So, probes are not yet ready until the phaser capacitor is at full charge, because it takes one turn to ready a probe. Let's also get that forward shield reinforced and online. And we may end up launching our pseudo-frigates. Oh, we got another vessel over here. And she is a frigate. And looks like a destroyer. Although also a triple nacelle design. Interesting. Huh. Oh, I suppose it's the angle with which these are at. So these are, as you can see, very flat. And... Nope. This key is the one I want. And these ones are slanted. That's how we determine which ones are which. But anyway, I only care about what you are. Although I really should check out. Also, you are a DWV. We've fought those a couple of times. They're not all that dangerous. But the NCC is, I'm expecting 4 photon torpedoes. Yep, 4 photon torpedoes, 2 missile launchers, and then 2 for 6, 8 phaser 1s and 2 phaser 3s for just a little bit of point defense. This LMQ, I believe, has a photon torpedo launcher, which we'll have to keep in mind. And here comes his photon torpedoes. None of them hit. So good luck on us. Let's deploy our pseudo-frigates because we're going to need them. This fight's going to kind of suck. Not because they're particularly dangerous, but one, Federation heavy cruisers are really nasty ships, especially in this era. Where we're sort of getting to the point where Phaser X's get involved. These ones obviously are not Phaser X involved, but Federation heavy cruisers are just not fun to fight. I mean, they are fun to fight, but they're dangerous to have to do battle with. And you didn't fall for that because you prepped a scatter pack phasers. All weapons, engage now. And unfortunately, I forgot again to activate my tractor defense. And foolishly have lost my forward shield. Although we did take out his scatter pack, which is very important. So the USS Freedom is who we're currently dueling with. And he does not have a shuttle bay anymore, so he will not be able to defend himself from the multiple angle strike that is my pseudo-frigate assault. Yeah, he's doomed. The decision to launch a scatter pack was the critical failure in his captain's decision-making. He wanted to be incredibly aggressive and suddenly found himself in an absolute tidal wave of plasma. I blame it on bad captaining. I really do. It was just a mistake on all sides. We do have some fighters coming in, which we are lashing out at with our phasers. And I will continue to lash out with any phaser that I can get my hands on because I'd like to destroy you. Oh, beautiful shot. Plasma torpedo from one of our pseudo-frigates, dealing all the damage needed. We'll continue to lash out with our weapons. Slow down a little bit just to make sure that we're actually charging our shield defenses. We are. Not that we're actually charging any of the actual shields. The point defense systems are online. We do need 6 points of power to charge it. We're going to continue to focus on the Freedom because, well, she's crippled at this point. And the sooner I destroy it, the sooner my pseudo-frigates will stop bothering with the Freedom because she's so close to us. So continue to engage with the phasers. Dealing a decent amount of damage here. Unfortunately, not quite enough to destroy it. It's down. It only took 15 damage, but it's down to just a sliver of health. More phasers. Destroy. I'm really tempted to drop a nuclear space mine. He'd be able to turn inside of it, so it wouldn't work, but it's tempting. So taking a couple of hits, able to lash out with our little light phasers. I'm doing it. Let's hope that he can't turn in time. Although, actually, let's hope that we can get away from him so that the system actually turns on. And the... Oh, come on, please. I want this to hit. I really want this to hit. Nope. Now he's going to be just out of range of it. That sucks. We're going to lash out at him just a little bit. Plasma torpedoes, if you don't mind. There we go. Nice shattering amount of damage, which just breaks him in half. So he's destroyed. This the USS Kiev, the DWV, is still in relatively good shape. But the NCC USS Freedom, relatively very bad shape. And the, whatever the ship's name was, in pieces. So there we go. And anything you've got, plasma torpedoes of any sort. None available at this time. But as we come around on this turn, we may get that plasma F, because I do believe that it does shoot out the corner pockets. Oh, both of them do. That invited a Wild Weasel response right away. Which the Kiev, piloted by a much more intelligent captain, who decided not to be overly aggressive. And technically, yeah, the Kiev captain could equip a scatter-pack, but he hasn't used one yet, because he's not an idiot. Not that scatter-packs are a bad plan, just they're a bad plan when a tidal wave of plasma is coming your way. All phasers select, because our plasma torpedoes are still on the charge. I'd like to get a little bit closer, but I don't want to have to shoot through that forward shield. It's not a strong forward shield, but it's a forward shield. And we're going to sort of allow him to pass by our weakened shield, but it's not going to matter all that much because he doesn't have any weapons prepared for it. And wow, he's just lost most of his systems down to down to just a single photon torpedo launcher, which he discharged and managed to hit absolutely nothing. You're not real, yeah. That was the Wild Weasel that was deployed before, no longer in play. And there we have it. USS Kiev annihilated by plasma. Which, to be fair, most things do get annihilated by plasma. It's a very, very wonderful piece of equipment. We're at 314 prestige earned from that one. The tile is taken, and will we be able to complete what we set out to do? I really, really hope so. So, 2,463 prestige. Not a whole ton, but enough to keep us in business. Let's increase our speed. Anything that needs to be done on the repair yard? Nope, we're good. Deep Space Patrol, destroy if possible. And I'm not going to deploy the pseudo-frigates just yet, but we will get the forward shield reinforcement going. And what did I want to click up here? Oh yeah, the battery. Cycle the battery, just so that we don't waste power. Because power is important. Save, conserve, green energy, all that. Although technically our ships run on black holes. Although I'm not sure if that's canon in the Starfleet Battles universe. Although it's kind of weird to think about that, because Starfleet Battles I think is side canon. So, but yeah, I don't actually think we make use of that. We're currently dueling against an HVX, so another one of those X-type, very well armed. I think it's 12 phaser X's. Yeah, it's 12 phaser X's. And, or was it 10? 3, 6, 10, yeah, 12. And 4 photon torpedoes. Disappear time. Oh crap, we picked the exact wrong moment to disappear. Undisappear time. We need the weapons. We also are probably going to have to fire all the stuff that we have at your little guys. 2 pseudos, fire all that. You are getting R. You are getting S and S. And then I think you're going to need F and F. All plasma torpedoes, or all phasers ready to go. Forward phasers on you, stern phasers on you, and there we go. And that's a scatter pack. Oh no, it was his Wild Weasel. Let's not be foolish. Tractors to defense mode. And we'll... How the... Oh yeah, because he's packing a lot of phasers. Although he has just discharged them on us, so let us deploy our pseudo-frigates on the defense. Now, we have taken out his fighters, which is going to be important, because taking out fighters is really important. But let's not mistake this for him being at that much of a disadvantage. 12 Phaser X's is a huge amount of firepower. I mean, it just is. And 4 photon torpedoes, well, that's really standard Federation fare for anything that's not a dreadnought. And even their early dreadnoughts are sitting at 4 photon torpedoes. So, yeah, that's pretty standard for them. Now, we are fairly maneuverable, so hopefully we'll be able to take advantage of that. He is, however, a heavy cruiser and not a dreadnought, so a size smaller than us. So he should be able to pretty much control the engagement, although we are managing to keep this turn going. I want to keep that forward shield reinforced to the best of our ability, and we are having to charge. Yeah, let's turn that off because we don't need it anymore. We knocked out his rear shield, that's going to be important. Although he's dumping mines all over the place, he's managed to weaken our shields down to yellow levels all around. So we are basically a Federation frigate in the early era. Okay, a lot of plasma has just come back online for us. So I don't want you to dump a wild weasel on us and, you know, waste this firepower. So we're going to stagger launch this. He is moving at a speed of 28, which is considerable. If he slows down, though, fire phasers. Try and cause any damage you can. Okay? He's close enough for the R-type plasma torpedo to be good enough. That'll get all the way out, and I do believe it will hit him at full damage. He's doing a speed of 30, which is, you know, brilliant plasma defense, honestly. You want to go as fast as you can and avoid the plasma as best as you can. The hard turn, of course, making the plasma have to go wide, which reduces it even more. So he's doing a very good job of plasma defense. That R-type plasma torpedo only hit with 20 damage. That's really bad for an R-type plasma torpedo. Phasers, taking care of it. We're steadily breaking through. Now, the best thing that we have going for us, quite frankly, is the fact that we have a lot of sources of plasma going after him at any one time. He's taken out our forward shield. Let's hit him with another S-type plasma torpedo. Come on. There we go. And traveling at a speed of 19, which does make him a lot more vulnerable, but we do have to keep, you know, him towards our front in order to fire all the plasma. And now this plasma. There we go, and now we can break off. So he just could not handle the amount of damage that we put out, and there he goes. The Hodgson is no more. Very dangerous ship type, to be sure. And had he been able to sort of extend that battle out, things could have been different. Unfortunately, he just did not have the time to be able to pull that sort of thing off. So an astounding victory towards us, and we have secured the our lines of supplies. Things have opened up quite nicely. But I think that's going to end it for an episode for there today. We do need to still continue to work on taking out 12-9 so that the planet is fully in our control, but things are definitely looking in our direction. We may also push here for 11-9 to sort of cut this little remnant off so that it can start withering on the vine. Anyway, I've been Tarek. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to receive a notification every time I post one of these videos, press that little bell icon, leave a comment, and I will see you all in the next episode.